Hi, you guys. There's everybody. Hi. Happy holidays, you guys. Everybody survive Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, all of your stuff. We survived. These two. They're all tired. Barely, yeah. You guys look. I've got my new AirPods. Those were my my Christmas gift from Hetero Life Mate. So Festivus, yep, still alive. So now we're in that weird week between Christmas and New Year's where like nobody knows what day of the week it is, and like you don't know what you do, and you don't know if you like need to eat like a vegetable or like a cookie or like what is happening this week. So hi everybody. AirPods are life changing, are they? Okay, I'm very excited. We'll get to it. Jeez, settle down, you guys, or just that one person, Soph Joe. We'll get to everything. Yeah, so, it's been crazy. The biggest news dominating, yeah, eat the cookie. The biggest news dominating right now is the Laura Evelin stuff. That film I mentioned. Oh, Apparition. Oh, I was going to start it earlier and then I got distracted, so I'm going to have to put it on afterwards. So what does Hetero Life Mate look like? I've posted pictures of him. There's a picture, a Christmas picture, actually. So he's up there. So Laura sucks in 4 countries. That's the gist of it, I think. So I guess what started this was Evelyn went live like a week ago and she like dropped all this tea about Laura, right? And then, so I don't know, that was like a week and a half ago. So, so I don't know, it's not in my brain anymore. But then, so what happened this week is Laura jumped on, and she, in fact, let me pull up my notes on this because this is just too much. Pull up my computer here. Okay, so basically what happened is that now you can see my computer and my glasses. This is my new glasses, by the way. I just got them today. Ooh. Oh yes, she went live with John Yates. Let's not leave that out. So Laura is telling all of these quote unquote secrets about Evelyn. Now we have to consider the source. Is Laura is lying Laura, right? She's lied in 4 countries. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what the truth is with her, right? So she, so let me focus. I'm trying to focus here. I just took my medication, so hopefully it won't kick in yet. But so I just started a new medication for my headaches, and it's a beautiful medication, but it can also make me a little loopy. So hopefully that won't kick in yet. So Laura is telling all of Evelyn's secrets. You have to consider the source, Laura's history with lying. So what Laura did is she posted like a picture of what is allegedly Evelyn's ID. I don't know what kind of ID it is. It looked like something on a computer. I'm not sure, that allegedly says she's married. And then, what's the med? It's called Nucynta. It's a pain med. Nucynta. But I gotta focus. So, let's see. So she posted this ID saying that Evelyn is married, but she also posted pictures of Evelyn with this other man. and Laura's captions are all on them, and that they were allegedly taken in September while Corey was in the United States during the tell-all. And during that time, Evelyn was allegedly seeing this guy, and his name is Richard. And when Corey found out, that's when the whole Larissa charade happened. So that he went off. That was allegedly. So this is the summary actually that Crazy Eyes KM2 put together. And then Evelyn is currently vacationing in Panama. Corey is tending bar in Ecuador. So Laura posts this picture of the video, or the ID, that allegedly says she's married. I can't see on there where it says that, so I'm not sure what it is. And then all these pictures of Evelyn all cozy, I guess, with this guy that she's allegedly cheating on Corey with. So all of this stuff is, again, so this is all coming out of Laura's mouth. And there was all, not just these pictures, but there was text messages. And I'm trying to pull those up here. So there, some of the text messages that Laura was sharing, these were posted by TLC at TLC Updates, and we were trying to make heads or tails out of them, and it's hard to tell because it's like 45 texts in a row without the other person responding, right? So these are all screen grabs that Laura sent to at TLC Updates, and she posted them. So she was saying that like she's nothing but a friend to her, and that there was these issues with this guy named Douglas. These are ones from Evelyn. Okay, so there's all of these posts, the screenshots with Evelyn's text where she's basically like, I was your only friend. Why are you doing this? Why are you saying this stuff? No, Douglas is not the guy she met via Danielle. That is Roy or Ray. Roy. What does Laura do for money? Whoever is around to give her money. I think she just lives on scamming people. So one of the things that allegedly was said had to do with Corey, and how, like, Evelyn had said on her live that Laura had tried to get Corey to go live with Laura, and so Laura rebutted that by saying, like, Corey was going to come live with her because Evelyn was out of the country cheating on him. So that's what Laura's version was. And then Evelyn comes back on these text messages released by Laura saying that, no, that's not, don't post anything about me and Corey's issues, which implies that they do in fact have issues, that she's disappointed, just not cool the way you handled all of this. Basically, don't be a bitch. And so there was a lot of stuff like that. That's what Laura said. So then that became a huge mess. That happened on Christmas, okay? So that was on Christmas. And then just today, I think it was today, Evelyn responds saying... we have all of these up. So, the other texts I have up, I know Crazy Eyes KM has them, Cactus Fruit Juice has them, I've got them. And then these are, Evelyn's response we have up also at FraidedByTLC, Cactus Fruit Juice has them, and I know other people have them too. Corey does not stay in silent. I'll get to his response in a minute. So then Evelyn posts her response, which is that she was the only person that could help Laura, and Laura and her new friend, this guy, who are both drunk and high every single day, all day, every day. And My favorite statement of this is there's reality and then there's whatever is happening in her brain, which I think, regardless of how we feel about Evelin, I think that's a pretty accurate statement about Laura. She says that her storyline with Corey was never fake. It was real, and they've never been married. Are they married now? We have to watch and see. That Laura is trying to break up her and Corey by creating these stories, and whatever she said about him being with a girl is false. What she says about Corey or her is false with this other guy. So this is the funny part. So Evelin says that these pictures were of her being all canoodly with this guy are a joke, and that they only did it because it was a bet, which that's just so bizarre. It's such a bizarre, like, cover story. I don't know. So I don't believe that aspect. And then she said there's nothing wrong with having male friends. Most of my friends are male. She's one of these, I can't be friends with girls because they're bitches, right? They're jealousy and they have issues with me. Well, gee, I wonder why. What else she said? Raul has a girlfriend. Evelin's going to start legal proceedings against all these people. And I'm not sure what cause of action that is, but okay. She repeats that she and Raul just had a fling. It was never a thing. Something about people trying to get famous, have followers and famous, and she's going to start legal processes against this guy too. I'm not sure if she's talking about the guy that's in the pictures with her. Is that the guy that's teaming up with Laura? I'm not entirely sure. Defamation of character. Well, okay, I don't know what Ecuador's laws are regarding defamation, but if it was in the United States, it doesn't rise to the level of a defamation of character suit. I don't know. Yeah, she's on a reality TV show. She's a public figure. Truth is always a defense to defamation, but we'll see. So no, she's talking about that chef guy. Okay. So they're firing back these things. And then she said everybody needs to report Laura's account, which we know Laura is mentally unstable. She lies all the time. I don't know what she wants us to report this for. And this is where Corey speaks up. So Corey posted something about everybody, like, let's grow up and act our age. Okay, Corey. Who, I don't know. I don't know if he's just like the town cuck or what, but, I would bet real harvested American money that Evelin has cheated on him, and that he's probably aware of it, and he probably doesn't care. So yeah, they're all saying to report Laura's account, and I don't know what for. What's the basis for that? I mean, we know Laura's a liar. I can't report her personally from my frauded account because she has me blocked, but report her for bullying. Okay, yeah, well, I mean, sure, okay, go for it. Yeah, Laura's not getting paid by TLC. So Corey the cuck has a ring. That was allegedly their promise rings. So in this spew of stuff that Laura put out, she's like, did you notice that, Evelin never wears a ring and Corey always wears this ring? But they talked about this on the show, that those were promise rings. And I mean, we have never been able to find any evidence that they're actually married. This document, whatever this thing is, which I can't verify. Like, I don't know what the foundation is for this document. It's a picture of something on a screen that could easily have been doctored. I have no foundation to verify it. I don't know the source of it. I don't know where it came from. So I can't verify what that document is that says she's married. And then, so we have never been able to find a marriage certificate. Not just me, but lots of people. The Fraudcast team, other accounts, no one's been able to find anything. And And then this chef guy, he popped up and he starts mouthing off against Evelyn, I think, calling her a bitch and all of these things, which I think is up. I think iHeart Reality TV Shows has those posted. I'm not sure. The Fraudcast team. Yeah. We have a team. The chef guy sounds insane. A little bit. Thank you, Mary Payne. New glasses. Yeah, so I think we know that Laura's a liar, right? We know this. We know this 100%. We also know that Evelyn's a bitch. We know this 100%. So one does not negate the other, right? Like, just because Laura is a liar doesn't mean Evelyn can't also be a bitch and a liar. And just because, yes, I did get new AirPods for Christmas. Just because Evelyn's a bitch doesn't mean Laura's not lying. What I think is that the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? There's probably some truth to what Laura has said. Has Evelyn been cheating on Corey? Probably. Is Laura a crazy drunk bitch who lies all the time? Yeah, and we know that. So what the actual truth is, I don't know that we're ever going to know what the real truth is. I don't believe a lot of what Evelyn says. So, because she's got a very clear agenda about herself and about how she wants to portray herself in the media, and she's always been on that agenda. So everything she says and does goes to that agenda. So I don't necessarily trust what she says to be the truth, because she's trying to push this agenda of who she is. Or is the town mattress or town bicycle, depending on what joke you like. Yeah. Laura, no, Evelyn, right? So, yeah. So, Evelyn isn't evil. I doubt Laura is too. Yeah, I think they're all immature. I think they need to stop giving each other responses to it. Like just ignore it and it goes away. That's my MO. It seems to work. Laura wishes, yeah. Laura wishes she was in the town mattress. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't believe any of it, to be honest. Okay. I think I don't feel sorry for Corey. Absolutely not. He's a grown ass adult. He's choosing to be in this relationship. And, shameless plug. They all have a few screws loose. Yeah. Does this have anything to do with what Larissa was saying about cast members cheating on her stories today? I don't know. I haven't kept up with Larissa's. I need to go check on Larissa. She sent me a Christmas greeting the other day, though. That's nice. Pity for Corey ended a while ago. Yeah. I love your cup. Where did you get it from? The talkersofraud.com/merch. It says it's tea time, the Fraudcast. It is like a travel coffee mug or cold. I actually put ice and Gatorade in this hours ago, and it's still good. The ice is still good. I ordered a bunch to send to my family for Christmas as they're getting all this like Fraudcast merch. Speaking of Fraudcast merch, other than my gigantic boobs, my t-shirt, the material of these t-shirts is so soft. There's some older dude with a cane that would treat Laura like gold. It is. The link is in my bio. So what did Larissa say on Rebecca's post? I don't know. The only thing of Rebecca's I saw was that she was chastising people for sending messages trying to get Ziad. Boobylicious. Yeah. This particular one, these are the women's cut. I have two different cuts I have the unisex and the women's cut on the website, on my merch store, and this is the women's cut, and they run kind of small. So if you like the women's cut, you probably should size up, but the material is really, really soft. And then the unisex ones, I ordered a bunch of those for my family, and those are also the same material. They're really super soft. They're this tri-blend, the only ones that I'll use, but they're cut like normal. So if you look at the women's cut ones, they're going to be cut small. This is a large, and I think there's a picture of me because I was shopping in it the other day. So, and I have tank tops also, but the material is so soft. I love these material. What's new with Nicole and Azan? Okay, I don't know. Somebody said that they're live now, maybe? I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so, okay, and I'm also recording this for the YouTube. So TLC is airing Nicole and Azan's journey. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, that's what you mean by they're doing the journey, the special episode on. Okay, got it. A Fraudcast pantsuit, 80s pantsuit. You confused me because I saw you over in Yates's live. So anyway, any tea? Well, okay, so we had the Laura and Evelin stuff. Did Rebecca pay her child support this month? I don't know. Is Jay still in the U.S.? No. What is Darcy going live? What about Darcy going live again with the Viking? I missed that. When did that happen? Muse has it posted. As always. Muse and 90 Day Fiancé Muse always has a lot of this stuff posted. And iHeart reality TV shows, they do a lot of video stuff. I tried to get Hanakawa on this live with me because she's been doing a lot of this research. As you guys know, Cactus Fruit Juice Hanakawa is my co-host on the Fraudcast, and I tried to get her on, but she lives in Arizona and I live in Washington D.C. area, so she's in a different time zone, and they're looking at like Christmas lights, or she's driving Grayson to his grandma's or something like that. So she has spotty connection, and so she couldn't come on, but she might be in the comments because she's the passenger on the drive. What's going on with Tim on Pillow Talk? Okay, Tim and Veronica are on Pillow Talk. If you haven't listened... Oh, there she is. Hi, Cactus Fruit Juice. That's Hanakawa, you guys. Cactus Fruit Juice. She's the co-host. And she has been an awesome addition to the Fraudcast team because keeping up with the shit is hard. What's going on with Tim on Pillow Talk? So if you listen to episode 10, which you may or may not have been able to do because we released it late on Christmas Eve, but we had actually a whole segment on Pillow Talk and what we learned and how it's filmed and why we believe that Tim and Veronica did not boot Tariq and Dean off. We think that was just a natural rotation of what they were doing because, yeah, go listen to episode 10, Fraud Miss Roundup. Get the brother back. Yeah, so Dean is currently in the Philippines, so he can't exactly do film. And then they film Pillow Talk weeks in advance. Hi, Juliana. Lord's work even on Christmas Eve. Let's give this lady a hand. We recorded Monday night and we released it on Christmas Eve. A Hetero Life Mate edited it on Christmas Eve when he got home from work, and then we posted it. And we're gonna be doing an episode next week also. So we will be doing a New Year's Eve episode. We're recording on Monday. There's talk that Dean is will be on one of the shows. Is Michael in the USA? We don't think so. No. I love Michael and Julianne. I thought they would be my most hated, but their love and family is the genuine. I think that's a lot of I think that's a consensus, is that people expected to hate them, and it turns out everybody likes them the most, which, that happens. So, there's no break from the drama. No, there is not. Every time, if a week is slow, and I'm like, having trouble putting the show together, like, what am I gonna cover on the show? Every time I start to worry about not having material for the show, then shit breaks loose. And we're getting to the point in the season, this happens every season, where as the season starts winding down, the cast just starts going berserker on social media, and it becomes fucking crazy. And it's starting to happen. So it's the other cast as well. Never a break in the holidays make it like 9,000 times more dramatic. Darcy will be on a whole new season of Before the 90 Days. Rest in power, annoying. I agree. Tom have a new girlfriend. Oh, okay. So there's some articles about Tom having this new girlfriend. This girl Amanda with short blonde hair, he calls her a friend. I can't get him to confirm or deny the situation of whether he's actually dating her or not. All he did was ask me if I thought she was cute. And I was like, yeah, she doesn't seem like your type, but she's cute. So he won't confirm anything on that. So the story goes that he's dating this girl and that he spent the Christmas holidays with her. I think he has spent Thanksgiving with her too. I don't know if they're actually dating or not. It doesn't seem like his type, but she seems really sweet. When we had Anna Maria on the ground at one of his parties in New York, she was there. And so I think she met her there, and she was kind of sweet. So I don't know if she's just like, she's from Pittsburgh, but she's like, I don't know, following him around. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, British people don't celebrate Thanksgiving. No, he was in Pittsburgh with her family for the Thanksgiving here. Mary Payne, stop. You guys, Mary Payne, she is the voice of Pain in the Pod, the podcast, and she's also on Hey Bunky and Pink Shade with Aaron Martin. And she also interviewed me. That's going to be on Pain in the Pod. I'm not sure when. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. I had just started my new medication, so I might have been too crazy. I don't know. No, Anna Maria is not dating him. She just happened to be at the party. Have I met the cast in person? I have actually not. Coming up in January. Okay, so my interview apparently is good enough to air, so they're going to air it in January. Who slept with other guys? Whoa, are Tanya and St. John still together? Yes, they got married. Tim sleeps with men. No, he does not. He sleeps with Colombian women. What's some current drama between the current cast? I don't know, to be honest. There's not a lot. It's all the stuff that we get is... I should be the moderator for the tell-all. Yeah, TLC isn't exactly my biggest fan. Tom is bi, yes. He won't confirm that to me, but I don't know. Hello from Costa Rica. Hi. Oh, what's up with Mike? Are you talking about Mike of the Aliens and Natalie? Is that her name, Natalie? Yeah, okay, so the rumor is that Mike and Natalie are not together. We don't know for sure if they are still together. We know that she is not in the United States. We know her visa has not been approved. She is not here. There's no evidence of them having gotten married or anything of the sort. We had some intel that at the time of the taping of the tell-all, one couple was not together. We believe that couple is Mike and Natalie. Mike of the Aliens. Yes. So, because he believes that he doesn't believe in God, but he believes aliens are a god. Why alien, Mike? So, yeah, so just came out is Uncle Bo has an extensive criminal record. If you guys have not seen this yet, Crazy Eyes KM2 has all of his stuff up, and you should go to her. I'll post a link in my stories to her page, but she sorry, the Corey the Cuckold. We already covered them, but that pretty much sums it up. So yeah, so Uncle Bo's got a crazy record. And Uncle Bo's an alien. You heard it from me first. Fucking Bo. Veronica asking about their sex life is a red flag. No, okay, so I talked about this. This is before I think I had the podcast. Veronica asking that question on the Skype was completely scripted. It was TLC scripted of her asking that question. So, Natalie or Veronica and Tim are now on Pillow Talk, but they filmed that a couple of weeks ago, and we discussed this on episode 10. And if you want to hear more about what we learned about the secrets of Pillow Talk filming, I would suggest you listen to that episode because it was really good. Uncle Bo needs his own show with the guy who was Angela's wedding planner. Dougie, he was here. He was here in the live earlier. Dougie, if you're around, you should reach out to Uncle Bo. Anything new on Caesar? Nope. The Turkish guy, Marcel, or as Hetero Life Mate calls him, Mercel. Mercel, yes, Mercel and beekeeper Anna, they got married. We have a wedding certificate registered on September 8th, I believe. Yes, episode 10 is good. Thank you, Kelly Allen Zimmer. Jesse's with some other woman. See, this is why I wanted Hanakawa on, because she's got a lot of information that I don't have. Anything on Angela and Michael? We know that Michael's visa was denied, which we called. That came in our one of our info dumps. And Turkish Forrest Gump. The guy from Amsterdam looking for attention. Jesse? Yeah, we were just talking about him. He is close with Maria, of Maria and Caesar, but he's allegedly dating this other girl, but I got some intel that they're not actually dating. They're just like, ooh. How was old co-host? Talker. Her trial is on Monday, you guys. She has a hearing scheduled on Monday, so hopefully we'll find out. Please support my best friends, John and Rachel. Oh, you mean like John and Rachel of 90 Day? I'm actually trying to get John and Rachel on the show. John and I talked about it. No, she's not still in jail. She was arrested the one day and she was released that same day. Will she be back? I have no idea, you guys. So Mike and Natalie, Mike of the Aliens and Natalie of the baby, and they, the speculation is that they are no longer together, but they, their posts, I don't know. Their post made it look like they aren't together anymore because he was like, oh, just, she's not a Ferrari or whatever it was that she was saying. But now it seems like they're like being nicer to each other. But maybe TLC yelled at them and told them to pretend. I don't know. I don't think that they're playing it up for social media. That's what I think, because I don't think they're actually together. Who was arrested? Talker of Shits, my former partner, the co-host of the very first episode of the Fraudcast. She did one episode, and then she got arrested for fraud. So she's gone, and then now rebranded as the Fraudcast, and it kind of hurts me to listen to that first episode, so I don't listen to it. Well, I mean, I don't listen to any, after editing, I generally won't listen because I'm so tired of hearing my own damn voice. How come she doesn't post anymore? Embarrassed. Hopefully she's getting help somewhere, Hopefully she's in a facility somewhere. I should pull the first episode. I stopped saying John and Rachel knew each other before the show. I stopped saying that. I even posted about it. I made a whole retraction post about it. So don't tell me I'm doing that. I made a retraction post about that. And I've had talked at length with John about having him and Rachel on the show. Okay, bye, Mary Payne. I talked at length with John about having John and Rachel on the show. They said that they wanted to clear up some stuff with the timeline and some other things, but TLC wouldn't let them, so they may want to use my podcast as a vehicle to do so. So he was going to talk to Rachel. They were going to discuss it. And so, and then after the holidays, maybe get back to me. You've talked about many times that you've talked to John. Yes. I've cleared it up. Thank you. Yes, I have. Oh, you're not saying me, Bandit. Okay, you're saying in general. Okay. Is Darcy still dating internationally? I thought Darcy had been kind of quiet lately. I don't know. What do you guys think? She hasn't been popping up in my inbox lately. Robert and Annie still together? I don't know. Speculation? Well, we know that they got married, or they filed for a marriage certificate, something like that. But then Annie was live, allegedly from the Dominican Republic. I didn't see it, so I don't know what kind of evidence was there to prove she was actually in the Dominican or not. But that was allegedly it. I can't imagine they've lasted very long. I think they got married, but I don't think they're in love. Yeah. Snack Pack wants to say hi. Robert confirmed what in a post to his stories? Like, I'm going to believe anything Robert says? Are Chantel and Pedro together? Yes. What do I know about Chantel T? I don't know a lot about him. I've never been friends with him or close with him. He did send me a Christmas greeting the other day, and I reciprocated, but I don't know much about him other than he's very gay. He and Laura are still perpetuating this we're dating thing, which is ridiculous. And then they went offline, he was going to take a break from social media, but he's still on social media, so I don't know. I almost posted on my stories. Yeah. Since so many people are asking me where to send my gifts, here's my Amazon list. I know. That's why I was like, oh, so many people are asking, I'm not going to tell you who my student loans are serviced through. I don't think Laura is pretending to be Chantel T. We know that Chantel T is a different person. Where Chantel ex-husband... Chantel doesn't have an ex-husband? I don't think Chantel T is Laura. No, not at all. Laura is far too dumb to manage a fake account like that. Paul actually got a gift that wasn't shit. Yeah. Don't know anything about Nicole and Azan. Paul and Carini. God, okay. What do I know about Paul and Carini? Okay, so what I know, no, I'm just starting to cover Paul and Carini. They're both crazy. Paul and Carini are both crazy. They both need mental help. Carini has her own issues. Paul was like, she ran off the other night. He claims she ran off to be with her boyfriend and took the baby. He said, she, in her rebuttal, said that that's not what happened. She was staying with friends. I don't know. I know that I was actually talking to Paul when he was in the middle of changing the locks on his house. Right after that happened, which I'm not entirely sure, the situation. But yes, Carini has had suicide attempts. She is, she's crazy. But here's the thing, so is Paul. So they're both crazy. And they need... I don't know what really happened that night. I don't know I don't know that any of us are gonna ever know what really happened that night. But I think that they both need to get away from each other. Yes, this live I'm currently recording and it will be posted to my YouTube, which is FraidedByTLC on YouTube. Yeah, so Carini, so she suffered with postpartum depression. Probably still suffering from it, and she already had bad anxiety and depression issues. So together they're just, it's terrible. They're so toxic together, and they just need to be separate. Like, take the kid, give it to Mother Pole, and let the two of them get each committed. What time do I usually start this on Friday? Usually it's 9:30 Eastern time. Paul would cause anyone to have severe anxiety. Well, Paul has his own, anxiety issues and stuff too. And the two of them together, it's just toxic. It's so bad. And so there was a situation where Carini was suicidal and a danger to herself and possibly others, and they were going to have her committed. But Paul ended up having her not committed because she was Prieri's only source of food. And if she got committed, then he wouldn't be able to breastfeed. That was the story. So it's a mess. It's just a mess. And with both of them being as mentally fragile as they both are, particularly right now, I don't really want to glamorize it. That's not the word. That's not the word that I'm looking for. Like, I don't want to romanticize it. I don't want to exacerbate it. I don't want to glorify it. So they're both emotionally and mentally fragile right now. So I think that not covering it right now is probably the best bet. I will continue to talk to Paul as a friend, as someone, a friend to the extent that we're friends or whatever. And I'll listen, but I don't really want to be covering it. Exploit, that's the word. Thank you. MS Brain. They seem to thrive on this social media relationship drama, right? Like, they live it. We experienced that last week. I don't think it's prudent to be covering that in real time. And so, you probably won't see a lot unless that's something like big and major or whatever. So I think, that's my Paul and Karini update. Does that make sense, you guys? Is that okay? Chantel and her husband, yes, they are still together. Is John still not able to come to America because of his criminal record? I believe that. I don't know what their current status is. I don't know what stage they're at, if any, at this point. I don't know. Yes, Paul really likes to exploit things for attention. Yeah, exactly. And I don't think, given their mental states, I don't want to play into that. I don't think it's healthy. We talked about Evelyn and Laura. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a weird place to be in this position because, I have a heart and I care about people, but I also kind of have a job. I say it's a job to do, but I don't get paid for this. I pay money to run my podcast. I don't get paid for any of this. So no, I haven't watched that yet. Brooke is asking about the documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats. I want to watch it, but I haven't yet. I've got so much on my list, but I'm reading right now. So I'm sucked into this book. I don't know if I know it's backwards, but I'm reading right now. This is the book about Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos. If you guys know that story, there's a podcast about it called The Dropout, and there's a HBO documentary called Bad Blood, maybe? And they're so good. And if you liked the podcast, if you liked the HBO documentary, I highly recommend the book. My parents sent it to me for Christmas, and I'm super engrossed in it. I'm like halfway through. I keep falling asleep. Yeah. The whole Theranos story is insane. And I thought, because I'm obsessed with that Theranos story. Also, that's where I grew up, right? I grew up outside of Stanford. My dad actually worked in those same labs. So it was all local to me. And so I'm a bit obsessed with it. So I watched all the documentaries. I listened to the podcast. I thought I knew everything. But then started reading this book. There's so much more. It's so crazy. So crazy. What happened with Michael? Dean didn't get fired because of Tim. No. We discussed this on episode 10, what our thoughts are on that. And why. Why. Yeah. Yeah, we don't think Dean got fired. We think they just rotated out in the natural course of things. Don't Fuck with Cats is worse than anything I've ever seen. Oh, great. I mean, I like serial killer stuff, but I don't know. Lunchbox is having little, puppy dreams. He's sleeping and his little paws are going like... Will we get an interview on episode 11? No. Unfortunately, it's hard. The level of interviews that I was doing, that's not sustainable long term. The book is Bad Blood: Secrets and Lies in a Silicon Valley Startup by John Carreyrou. I can post a link on it. Everyone's on holiday. It's hard enough to get interviews as it is, right? Because anybody who's a current cast member can't can't do an interview. Anybody that wants to be on the show again won't do an interview. We'd love to interview Veronica. Diamond has not said yes or no. I'm supposed to have Courtney on, but we haven't been able to confirm a time. She's been partying her way through the holidays. So after that, hopefully, we're going to try to have Hetero Life Mate record with us on Monday and do maybe a year's favorite moments. I think Avery is visiting him in, I want to say, Lebanon. I'm not sure. But Angela, though, what about Angela? Me and Hetero Life Mate should get engaged. Well, I mean, we're committed. That's what the ring is. It's it's not an engagement ring. It's a commitment ring. Or for those of you guys who know me, know our before the 90 days it's a appreciation ring. It's an appreciation ring. Yeah. Well, Sarah. Okay, so Sarah can overcome MDA obstacles to do fraudcast. Yeah, appreciation ring. Thank you. God, see, MS brain. I don't think it's the NDA that's the issue. She says she has to ask her producer. Her producer's not going to say yes. I will, despite what I do, during interviews, I would respect NDAs. I did it with Devin's mom. Dean was going to do it. To the extent people have NDAs, then I'm not going to, have them on an interview. I'm not a dick like that. And then, bait and switch, You guys have heard my interview style. It's like very conversational and stuff. I wouldn't ask them to spill anything that's protected by the NDA, but they have to ask their producers, and TLC producers are never going to say yes, especially to me. So, why can't it just be a ring? What is MS? MS is multiple sclerosis. And I have it, and it gives me what I call them brain holes, MS brain holes, because I have lesions on my brain, and sometimes it interferes with my cognitive ability. I can't remember words sometimes. Bryson's mom, do I know where she is? No, nobody knows where she is. She was in jail for a time, but then she disappeared and nobody knows where she is. Lou Gehrig's disease? No. No, it's multiple sclerosis. Lou Gehrig's disease isn't the same thing. I think that's ALS. Is Zucchini in the U.S.? Not currently, no. But, hey, boo-boo! MS is a degenerative muscle and tissue disease. It's a disease of the central nervous system, where it's an autoimmune disease where your body basically attacks the protective lining of nerve cells that are on your central nervous system, which is your spinal cord, your optic nerve, and your brain. And so what happens is it eats away at that myelin, which surrounds nerve cells. And it basically, like, if you look at like a frayed electrical cord, that's like my central nervous system. It causes the same kind of thing. And so and it's different for everybody. My particular current status is like I don't have feeling in my fingertips. My feet are always cold. I get a thing called Lermite sign, which is like you put your head down like this, you get this electrical sensation down your back and your arms and stuff. I have a giant lesion on my spinal cord right here. It's like C2, C3. It's a pretty big one. That causes a lot of my problems. I also have some cognitive issues in that I have trouble sometimes remembering words. For those of you guys who listen to the podcast, sometimes that's where a lot of my comes from. We try to edit a lot of it out, but that's where that comes from. Sometimes I'm not as funny as I want because I can't think of the right word. And you guys have already seen some of that tonight, right? I couldn't think of the right words. And so, like, I have to start, like, using checklists as, like, at work so I don't forget stupid little things. Sometimes it hurts my focus. It can cause a lot of fatigue, a lot of pain. That's why I practically live at my pain management clinic, work with my doctor, get a lot of needles in my neck. So a lot of napping. I finally learned how to nap, which wasn't a thing I did before. My gas tank is a lot smaller than it used to be, so I have to know, like, oh, well, you know, the holidays took a lot out of me. And yes, we should warn Maxwell about Laura. Thankfully, I don't have any mobility issues right now, so a lot of people do. And it's progressive, and my medication so far seems to be helping. So I also deal with, the biggest one I'm dealing with right now is my temperature regulation. I just run hot all the time. Hot. Like I'm constantly in a massive hot flash. That's all the time. It's gross. Anyway, enough about MS. No, okay. Yeah, so what happened with that was Laura posted something. She reposted something with Max, and he reposted or something, and it's like, oh, why did Laura post about Max? I think she just trying to stay relevant, and everybody loves Max, like he's universally loved, so I think she's trying to glob onto it. Numbness is certainly a sign of MS, but the diagnostic process for MS is pretty extensive, and it's a lot of it is ruling out other stuff. So you're welcome. I'm happy to always talk about it. Either living with MS, because a lot of it is just learning to adapt around it, or like my sobriety. So I'm happy to talk about that. I love talking about that. Max is Michael of Michael and Juliana's son, and Laura was on The Other Way. She moved to guitar. Is someone snoring? Yes, that's Tony. That's Lunchbox is snoring. Yes, he's snoring. This is my live studio audience. Yes, he snores very loud. He is huge too. Like, I don't know if you guys can really appreciate their size, but like, he's not even a year old, and he's like 60 pounds. This guy is huge. Look at that paw. Look at that paw. The paw. And then Luna's a tiny little thing. That's why she snacked back. So, have my MS symptoms improved with sobriety? I was not diagnosed with the MS until I was 2 years sober. So I was already sober for 2 years before I got diagnosed. I've got a minute remaining. So if you guys want to still talk more, I can come back on. Otherwise, it's about to kick me off. Do you guys want me to come back on, or are we done? Yay, nay, thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, I'll jump back on. More. Okay, I'll jump back on. All right. Okay, I'm back. So, Luna just went under there. So, I don't know what you guys are all doing as far as like the holidays and stuff. I know it can be a hard time for some people. Not everybody wants to spend time with their family. Not everybody gets to who wants to spend time. Sometimes it can be lonely. So I hope that like having the podcast and its normal rotation and this and stuff can help at least some normalcy for those who don't, maybe might otherwise not like the holidays. What breed are my dogs? They're allegedly black lab mixes. Snack Pack, the little one, she's like an American Shepherd, and like boxer, and then she's got some like hound in her, and we haven't gotten Lunchbox done yet. So he's just huge. He's so huge. We had no idea. I mean, we rescued them both. We didn't know. We didn't know when we rescued them what their mixes were, and so we'll find out with Tony once we do his like wisdom panel. Holidays are overrated and very expensive. Yeah, so holidays are, sort of interesting because like for a long time, I worked as a police dispatcher, and so in my previous life as a police dispatcher, I used to work. You drive 2 hours to work, you need me. So I used to work as a dispatcher, and so I used to work the holidays a lot. And I also not a huge fan of a lot of my family. So I get that. Like, my family structure now is a lot different than it used to be, so I appreciate and enjoy the holidays now in a way I didn't used to. But I can get how they can get... they can be hard. If you didn't get to go to your family and you want to, then that's hard, hard. If you have to be with your family and you don't like your family, a lot of people's families are toxic, and that can be hard too. So any kind of normalcy or just like escape from it, if I can help provide that, then, it helps me too. I like routine and order. Why did Tariq get mad at Dean? I don't know. When your kids are with the other parent. Yeah. My house, I have no kids in it right now because of that. That both of our kids are with their other parents. So I get that. Yeah, I don't know why Tariq got mad at Dean. I haven't been able to find out yet. We're working on it. Allegedly, Dean, yeah, okay, so, but we don't think that really happened. Dean claims that he didn't get fired, and they, oh, God, guys, you're giving me a headache. Not you guys, not, so many things happening, yeah, and I just completely, yeah, she's on live. They're talking about, Dean and Tariq. That's what I was talking about. So we think Dean and Tariq just rotated out in the natural course of things because, like, Tim and Veronica being on now, they recorded that. They filmed that weeks ago. So and Dean currently is in the Philippines, so he can't film it. So we think it's just coincidence that it happened like at the same time as their online blow-up, is Tim and Dean's online blow-up. Although it's possible that somebody said that they're just making it up for, ratings or whatever. I don't know. I think Max went on live with Laura, so somebody was saying they needed to warn Max about Laura. I think that's what that was. Juliana's online talking about it too. Yeah, well, if you guys want to go, yeah, and then so Tim had a video calling out, he was calling out Dean, not Tariq, and then Dean responded, and then Dean said he wasn't talking about it anymore because he triggers his PTSD or something. Max is on John's live defending Laura. Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys. I don't want to go back into Instagram. Can I just stay here in my safe space with you guys? Ugh, gross. Let's go back to talking about the guy who kills the cats and stuff. That was a lot better. Hi, Nandy Day, mean queen. Yeah, kids shouldn't be allowed online like that. Interesting. We had a really nice discussion about that on recent episode of episode 10. We discussed that. So if you guys want to listen to that, yeah, I would suggest if you haven't listened to episode 10, which you may not have just because of the not being in your normal routines and it came out on Christmas Eve, I would recommend going and listening to it. I think that each episode we do gets better. And so like each one is like, oh, that's the best one yet. I mean, we've only put out 10 episodes, and let's be honest, that first one was trash, shit show. But now that we've moved on and rebranded and been able to work with Hanakawa, and she brings a whole new element and dimension to the sound. And Stephanie, thank you, Stephanie. It does. They were like, thank you guys. We're trying, I think the universe and having Hanakawa be brought to me as a co-host was really watching out for me. My higher power was certainly watching out for me because she brings an amazing energy and level to the show that it needed. So I think it was really good. I'm really happy about that. And from what I understand, you guys are enjoying her too. And I think as we continue to work together, like this week I learned that there's a little bit of a lag when we're talking on Skype. So I tend to talk over her because of the slight delay. Like, I don't think she's going to say anything, but she just hasn't received yet. So I'm learning those things, and so I won't talk over her anymore and stuff. So anyway, so things are getting better. We're continuing to work on it, and she also brings awesome energy behind the scenes. Her ability to track people, track down information, hunt down and stuff, and being an analyst by her day job, that's like her brain works in that same way that mine does, because I do legal analysis and everything. So any news on Ben and Akini? Not at this time. I don't have any news. Ben and Akini supposedly got married and she got approved. Ooh, hit me up. How do you know that? Not sure, but not sure. Yeah, well, that's what we try to verify. They're not married. I know that. Nope. Oh, see, she would know. She would know. What about Akini's U.S. citizen bashing? I read it on a Facebook group. That's why you have us. Because we don't just read stuff on a Facebook group and say, oh, that's what happened. Progress, not perfection. Oh, are you one of my tribe? Are you an AA'er? Shameless plugging. I know, dear, you're the best. I know, but you guys bring that stuff to us, and then we were able to look at it. So we couldn't do what we do without you guys. So, yeah, cool cups. So yeah, these are they're thermal, and you can get them in multiple colors. There's white, there's copper, there's teal. I will work harder sending to you. You guys gave us some of our best material. I couldn't definitely. I'm about to go impulsive merch shopping. I'm probably gonna clean up some of that stuff too, but I did order. So here I can. Oh, I don't think they come in orange. I I can give you some reviews on some of it. So the t-shirts, I did this before, but the ones that are labeled, so these are the women's cut. The women's cut ones was the one that I'm wearing. They do run a little bit small, and they don't have a huge variety of sizes. So I got a large. I'm wearing a large, and I, boobylicious, and it makes them even more so. The material is really, really soft. There's these tri-blend, really soft ones. There's also a series of shirts that are unisex sizing. Those are less fitted, and they're just normal sizing. The cups are also there. It's talkersofraud.com/store. I'll type it here. They're not men specifically. They are unisex, but they run in huge variety of sizes. So they go from like an extra small to like a 3XL. So, those colors. So I would recommend, if you need something bigger than a size large, go to the unisex sizing ones. And then, these coffee mugs are available, copper, white, and teal. And my ice is still good in here. And this was literally hours ago. I put this ice in here and my Gatorade. I also added coasters recently because I wanted to send coasters to my family, and those came out wonderfully. I love those. It's like a set of 4. And then there are tank tops. There's also some wine tumblers. So those wine tumblers are like insulated. That's why they are the price that they are. They're not just like glass wine tumblers. They're like this, but in a wine tumbler. So that's why they're the cost that they are, because they're insulated. And then, sorry. And then, so the wine tumblers say, so much happy, and who is against the queen will die. And I don't know if I see her in here, but those were designed by Cat Tree, who's one of our fraudcasters. Well, she's in the fraudcasters group. She's a trash follower. She designed those. There's also, you guys, there's tea towels that have this same logo on them. It's tea time. The fraudcast, they're on tea towels. And I ordered some of those. Those are big. Those are big tea towels. I ordered those for my parents too. I ordered a bunch of the t-shirts, and I'm trying to think of what else I ordered. Oh, I ordered one of the black mugs that's on there. Those are nice. They're bigger, like one of the big substantial ones. So I can vouch for those items. And I have a tank top. I have one of the tank tops. I don't know. I think it's in the laundry, for like running or working out. I actually slept in it the other night, but it's because it's kind of like open and loose. Like, girls, ladies, we have that problem when you wake up in wearing a tank top and your like boobs are out of it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? But it's fun. So, yeah, so fun stuff. Yeah. If I do want to clean up the merch stuff. The store is really kind of clunky. It's functional, but it's kind of clunky. So I'm sorry. One of my things for my master plan for the podcast in the new year is redesigning the website. And I can't afford it at this moment because, Christmas and everything. So once I start making some money off of this thing, and stop hemorrhaging money into the podcast, then I can afford to have it redone. I've got a designer ready to do it, and I've got somebody who can go and help me with stuff, but it needs a complete overhaul and redesign. And I also now own the fraudcast.com, so I just want to build a new site on there. Anyway. Just found out about Uncle Bo's records. Natalie, I know, you guys. How about that? She didn't know. She found out through Karina's post. Sorry, Crazy Eyes KM2, her post. Any updates on the other Waycast? Devin and Jihoon are filming currently. I think they're still right at the moment in Utah, but they're filming in Korea. I don't know anything. You're appalled at what? Oh, okay. Angie of Angela and Michael? They're not the other way. Think Avery and Omar are filming. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them. I haven't really... I try... Like, I don't actively go after information on past cast. It just comes to me. So I haven't, like, looked into Avery and Omar at the moment. I heard Darcy has an alcohol problem. Is this confirmed? Have you watched TV? Have you seen her on the show? Yeah, she absolutely has a problem with alcohol. Whatever she wants to call it, she clearly has a problem with alcohol. I'll save her a seat in AA. The Other Way cast is great. Yeah. Ronald and Tiffany, I don't know. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, God. I was like, you're here all the time. You know this. You got me. It's a link in my bio. If you go to my bio, you can link it from there too. You're just starting with 90. So, you're new. Welcome to the crazy. Hi, I'm Frauded. Let me be your tour guide. Crazy Eyes KM2. She has all of that stuff. I will, after I'm done here, I will post it into my stories. Is Mima Angela getting married? If she is, she's doing it in Nigeria, because he is not here, and he's not coming here. If you need help with being a guide on which seasons to watch and when, we talked about Evelyn and Laura, the beginning of the first live. You got your husband obsessed with it. Yeah, Max is doing 90-day lives. Yeah, people have asked me to interview him. I won't interview a child. I don't think it's appropriate. Do we know why Michael wasn't approved? Other than Nigeria is just a high fraud country, I don't know. I don't know why. They would be told, but they didn't share that with us. I don't know. It's kind of a slow week. He's not really a child. Max is just definitely a child. You're talking about, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, I was talking about Max and Cece. He's definitely a child. This is me. This is it every night. I'm trying to read. Get these guys all up in my grill. Well, you're a rational person, Ty. Well, that one, I got it confused. Okay. Yeah. Too many reality shows. Max says, "Stop feeding me hate." Nice. Well, that's good. He seems to have an emotional intelligence above most of the cast combined. So, Well, you guys, I mean, I love talking with you. So is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Show related or not? No? I will post those links to the You Finally Made It Alive, just as I'm getting ready to leave. Did David and Annie buy a home? I don't know what they did. What do I think of Michael and Juliana? I think I unexpectedly like them. Don't fuck with cats. Yeah, so Brooke, it says it's disturbing as fuck, right? Yes. I'm talking. Come here, baby girl. Come here, baby. Yes, I have great followers. Thank you. For the most part, I would say 95% of my followers are fantastic. And so, Mark and Nikki, I think, that sued TLC and unsuccessfully. What sizes do we have for the tank tops? I'm not sure. I know the one I ordered was a large. I don't know. I don't think I have as many options on those. So I don't know if I have like plus sizes and stuff for those. If I have the option to have them, I put them up. I have them up because I think that that's important. But I don't know if the tank tops give me that option as much. So I try. If you have any questions about like the stuff, like I said, the women's shirts run small, but the unisex ones are normal sizes, and they're super, super soft. I love these. I love this material. Oh, thank you, Janice. This is a good love right here. You see this? Look at these two. Any news on the beekeepers? They are married. Their wedding almost didn't happen, though. I have a source on the ground there that has been feeding me some information. So, anyway, well, I think that's about it, you guys. Let's give it up for our Christmas Eve pod. Yes, if you haven't listened to, 1 to 10, I'd say it's about a 3 or 4. It's pretty boring. Mercel's still here, yes. Yeah. So if you haven't listened to episode 10, it's up. We will also be putting out an episode next week, and hopefully have Hetero Life Mate joining us on it if we can coordinate the recording time. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh yeah, because you and your husband got a shout out. That's why he says it's the best one yet. If you guys want a shout out on the show, shoot me a message on the dump. At talkersofraud.com. On the front page, there's a box. You just fill in your name and your email and a message, and I'd be happy to do any kind of shout out for you. Trust me, I'll say whatever. It's like Cameo, only it's free, right? It's like free cameos, you guys. But yeah, I'll do whatever shout outs on the show. So. Well, except for the ones that were trying to tell me anti-vax stuff. You want a man? What country could I go look for a fiance? I can't answer that question. I have no comments on Devin. Okay. Yeah, so thank you. Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Boxing Day, happy Hanukkah. I love you guys. Anything, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, feel free to hit me up. and send me a message, and I will hopefully get back to you as soon as I can. And these lives will be saved in my stories, and then I will upload them also to YouTube. So, good night. Happy New Year. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.